What we come to see from all these positive reviews is that Walle was well received, but does this mean it was effective? What this project asks is, why was Walle effective from a rhetorical standpoint? As I stated earlier, the Jeremiad is a call to action. In looking both to the future and the past simultaneously, the Jeremiad is both progressive and conservative. In seeking to conserve the past, the Jeremiad becomes nostalgic. It focuses attention on a rosy-tinted past that is, perhaps, a romantic exaggeration. Herein lies the weak point of the Jeremiad as it functions rhetorically in Walle. Its call to action made for a great film, full of the sentimental nostalgia movie watchers love, but it did not rally us, the third-party viewers, to act. It's easy to lay out what-ifs in a film, and the happily ever after message of Walle makes for a tidy sense of closure. But what remains undeniable is that the movie Walle did not bring about environmental change. The movement, which began in 2006 with Oprah and Al Gore and was furthered by Walle, is in fact completely impotent. The only action that has been undertaken on a global level to reduce the destruction of Earth's ecology is the Kyoto Protocol, which failed miserably. The United States, which produces by far the most greenhouse gas emissions, declined to even join the committee, and although 181 nations committed to reducing emissions, only one, the Russian Federation, did so. Every other nation increased their emissions. This is not positive change. Now, we are perhaps asking a little too much of Walle. Why would we expect one film to bring about reform? But the Jeremiad is capable of doing exactly that. Walle is an example of a failed Jeremiad because the intention of the Jeremiad is to enact change, and Walle did not do this. Perhaps the Jeremiad is not well suited to a film geared towards children, or to animation, or to a film that mingles with a multidimensional plot line that also includes themes such as love, loneliness, technology, and religious elements. In the end, Walle is not an agent for change, and from this we come to see some of the limitations of the Jeremiad. As a persuasive rhetorical tool, it's possible that the Jeremiad is better suited to spoken forms such as sermons or speeches. When the four elements of the Jeremiad were put into action and given motion and physicality, they lost their power to deeply affect. We can see the differences when we think back to 2008 and President Obama's economic Jeremiads and his speeches while he was running for president. And we compare the power of those speeches and their ability to move to the general feeling you derive from Walle. Walle was a much lesser call to action, if we could in fact refer to it as a call to action at all. Instead, Walle was a beautiful, fun, thought-provoking film of a brave and endearing character fighting for love and doing good along the way. Not the Jeremiad in its fullest form, but an important film nonetheless.